Local veterans are weighing in on the possibility of the Guard coming here. They just wrapped up a rally at Federal Plaza where former military members were condemning the Trump administration's efforts. Minutes ago, they shared a message to National Guard members regarding what the veterans are calling illegal orders.
If you are given illegal orders, you are under no obligation to follow them. Moreover, you should disobey those illegal orders. That is both your right and your duty, not only under the U.S. Constitution, but also under international law.
They are calling on Governor Pritzker to block the deployment of the Illinois National Guard and to protect Guard members who become conscientious objectors.
Now at 11, Chicago braces for the National Guard. This morning we're hearing from some veterans who are worried about any of the members being forced to deploy. And as we wait to hear more details about a potential deployment to Chicago, some military veterans are voicing their concerns this morning. Lisa Chavarria joins us now live from the Loop with that part of the story. Lisa.
Well, Marion, these former military members, they want to talk directly to Governor Pritzker, and what they're asking is that he protect National Guard members who would oppose these potential orders. They wanted to reiterate that the governor himself has called these orders, if they are issued, illegal and unconstitutional. And they want to see Governor Pritzker back them up and protect them. We saw a small group of these military veterans gather here at Federal Plaza. They are with the group About Face, Veterans Against the War. They want to see Illinois lead the way to resist any presidential orders to send in the National Guard to Chicago.
We have to do better here in Illinois. Governor Pritzker has to do better. He has to show up for these National Guard members. They cannot be left alone. We as a community need to let them know that they are not alone, that we will stand with them in doing and exercising their rights and refusing these illegal, immoral, unjust orders.
President Trump taking to Truth Social a short time ago saying, quote, Chicago is the murder capital of the world, which is not true based on data coming from the FBI. Earlier, Trump posted, quote, Pritzker needs help badly. He just doesn't know it yet. I will solve the crime problem fast, just like I did in D.C. Chicago will be safe again, and soon. And what these military veterans were telling us is that a lawsuit, something similar to what Governor Gavin Newsom did in California, isn't enough. What they want to see, they want the governor to make sure that there are legal resources that would be available to National Guard members who would refuse any of these potential presidential orders. Because, Marion, the thing that they were emphasizing is that the governor is the one who's essentially the commander-in-chief for the National Guard members here in the state of Illinois.
That is very interesting. I know a lot of people are watching what National Guardsmen are going to do here in Illinois, as we all should be. I know you will be as well. Lisa, thank you so much. We'll see what happens later on.
Lisette Nunez is live at Federal Plaza with both support and opposition to the president's plan. Lisette.
Yeah, this morning we did hear from military veterans who are concerned about the possible deployment of National Guard troops to the city. Now, we also heard from a local group of lawmakers. They are urging Mayor Brandon Johnson as well as Governor Pritzker to accept the help from federal government to combat crime. Today, military veterans and attorneys rallying at Federal Plaza. They are calling on Governor Pritzker to protect National Guard troops and support military members, as there are repeated threats from President Trump that they could be deployed to Chicago to crack down on crime.
Guard and military members, you are not alone. You are not alone in thinking that this isn't what you signed up for. You are not alone in questioning whether it's moral, just, right, or in this case, even legal.
According to the Chicago Police Department, there were 58 shootings over the long holiday weekend. 8 of them were deadly. President Trump writing on Truth Social this morning, Chicago is the worst and most dangerous city in the world by far. Pritzker needs help badly. He just doesn't know it yet. I will solve the crime problem fast, just like I did in D.C. Chicago will be safe again. Members of the Illinois Freedom Caucus are urging Governor Pritzker and Mayor Johnson to welcome federal assistance to fight crime.
Everybody in the state of Illinois, including the residents of Chicago, deserve to be safe, and it's our view that Governor Pritzker is playing politics and trying to raise his profile for a presidential bid rather than keeping the residents of the city of Chicago safe.
President Trump will make an announcement at 1 p.m. from the White House today. And also later today, we plan on hearing from Attorney General Kwame Raoul as well as Governor Pritzker. They will be talking about the federal deployments. We're live from Federal Plaza. Lisette Nunez, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Back to you.
All right, Lisette, thank you.
The violent weekend adding to President Trump's threats for federal troop deployments to Chicago to curb crime and illegal immigration.
His plan is meeting with some mixed reaction. Our Winnie Dorch live at Federal Plaza with more on this. Winnie?
Good morning. Well, the Illinois Freedom Caucus is expected to speak at 11 a.m. today. They are on board with President Trump's decision to bring troops to Chicago. However, here at the Federal Plaza, veterans and their supporters say this move is unconstitutional.
I think it's an utter waste of time that probably well over $1 million a day would be spent on any deployment. And that's not counting the money spent and lost by individuals as well as businesses.
Now, Mayor Brandon Johnson and Governor J.B. Pritzker are both on the same side of the coin. They do not want troops in Chicago. Johnson signed an executive order on Saturday establishing the Protecting Chicago Initiative. It aims to protect residents from the potential mobilization of National Guard troops in the city and demands that the president stands down on threats to send troops for crime and immigration. Those here at the Federal Plaza say military members should not have to question their orders or morality of participating in deployments, and they should not be used as political pawns or abandoned in a legal battle over their orders. They also say they do have a right to refuse. They're demanding that Governor Pritzker support military members who oppose what they call illegal orders.
You have so much more power than just words and tweets. Use the resources of the state to support at the individual level any guards person that refuses. You have an opportunity in this moment, Governor Pritzker, to make Illinois a sanctuary state for any member of the military that is refusing orders that you're calling illegal. Make this state a safe haven for not only the Illinois National Guard, but any other member of the military who refuses to deploy against civilians domestically in our cities.
Over the
Confirman que más refuerzos de ICE estarán en Illinois, pero exactamente cuándo, lo que dijo el gobernador Pritzker esta mañana. También una jueza dictamina que fue ilegal el despliegue de la Guardia Nacional en Los Ángeles, California. ¿Qué tal? Muy buenos días. Les saluda con mucho gusto Zuli Ramírez. Gracias por acompañarnos en esta edición de las 11 de la mañana. Muchísimo pasando el día de hoy, porque mientras la ciudad se prepara para el posible envío de más agentes de ICE y quizás de la Guardia Nacional a Chicago, el gobernador Pritzker indicó esta mañana en exclusiva a nuestra cadena hermana NBC5 que ha recibido por primera vez información de autoridades migratorias sobre su despliegue. La administración del presidente Trump utilizará la estación naval de Great Lakes como base y centro de mando para la operación de Chicago. Aunque aún no está claro si la Guardia Nacional se unirá a ICE, el equipo de Pritzker afirma que el agente jefe de patrulla Gregory Bovino del Servicio de Inmigración y Control de Aduanas estará a cargo. Bovino dirigió los operativos en Los Ángeles a principios de este verano. Y precisamente luego de un fin de semana feriado con más de 50 baleados, el presidente Trump una vez más reitera tomar acción contra la violencia en Chicago. Vamos a pasar de una vez con Priscila Ferreira. Tú tienes lo último, Priscila, buenos días.
¿Qué tal, Zuli? Muy buenos días. Líderes locales han expresado estar a la expectativa de que llegue la Guardia Nacional a Chicago, enviados por el mismo presidente Trump en respuesta a la criminalidad. Esto sería muy similar a lo que se ha llevado a cabo en la capital del país de Washington, D.C. Este despliegue es similar al que se ha presentado en Washington, D.C., por lo que algunos se han expresado estar en contra, otros a favor. Las cifras más recientes proporcionadas por el Departamento de Policía de Chicago son las siguientes. Este fin de semana, 37 tiroteos en total, dejando 58 baleados. De estos, 8 perdieron la vida. Por medio de su cuenta en Truth Social, el presidente declaró en parte: Chicago es por mucho la peor y más peligrosa ciudad del mundo. Pritzker necesita ayuda urgentemente, pero aún no lo sabe. Resolveré el problema de la delincuencia rápidamente, como hice en Washington, D.C. Chicago volverá a ser seguro y pronto. En respuesta a esto, el día de hoy aquí en la Plaza Federal, varios veteranos de las Fuerzas Armadas se han reunido aquí para expresar su sentir y decir que en parte tienen la siguiente opción para negarse a estas acciones.
We are emphasizing the need.
La objeción de conciencia es solo una opción y como veteranos que nos oponemos a la guerra sabemos que no es suficiente en este momento. Por eso enfatizamos la necesidad de que todos nos unamos y exijamos el derecho de negarnos para que todo miembro de las Fuerzas Armadas tenga derecho a negarse a participar en cualquier operación que consideren injusto o inmoral. Se espera que justo en esos momentos se esté llevando a cabo otra conferencia de prensa donde están participando varios republicanos expresando estar a favor de un despliegue semejante aquí en Chicago. Tendré esas reacciones e información en nuestra edición de las 5 de la tarde. Es todo por ahora desde la Plaza Federal. Yo soy Priscila Ferreira. Zuli, regreso contigo.
Gracias, Priscila. Te vemos en nuestros noticieros de la tarde. Y también se espera que el presidente Trump se dirija a la nación hoy a la 1 de la tarde, hora del centro, desde la oficina oval de la Casa Blanca. Aún se desconocen los detalles sobre lo que hablará.